If you struggle with things like a feeling of urgency, haste, frenzy, hypercriticalness, critical of yourself, headaches, migraines, burning eyes, acid reflux, indigestion, those are all signs that your Pitta dosha is out of balance. Pitta dosha and its inclination for urgency or frenzy or becoming sharp, driven, or critical. So we're also going to be addressing Vata dosa's inclination to cause ungroundedness and anxiety, to cause us to feel like we're flitting about, especially in the afternoon, trying to get the last bits of things done before the end of the workday, which can seem also, according to Pitta dosha, that it never ends. We'll use a couple simple techniques. The first one is to help Vata dosha find its way back down into the lower abdomen. The second is to help Pitta dosha come back down into its home in the mid-abdomen. So we're going to bring that down. And then we'll do a practice where we're really considering how do we cultivate the maturation of our breathing practice? How do we make it smoother, more steady, more elegant, and therefore draw the mind into its capacity for elegance and stillness? Okay, let's go to class. Pranayama practice. Let's start with a comfortable seat as you like, and you may want to rest your hands out over your knees. That gives a little bit of space for the torso to receive the inhale. At other times, people prefer to put one hand on the lap of the other, and that can feel like a little more connected to your inner self. As you breathe in, and just notice the breath coming and going. As you breathe out, no interference, just simply witnessing, beginning with just witnessing. What we come to observe then is our capacity for simply observing and for not interfering. As we embark on this practice, and we're asking for nourishment and peace of mind, wisdom and clarity, let's raise the hands to the heart, please. Om Ayotehi Pranam Tehi Om Apanam Tehi Vyanam Tehi Om Chaksho Tehi Shrotram Tehi Om Mano Tehi Vacham Tehi Om Atmanam Tehi Pratishtam Tehi Om Mam Tehi Mai Tehi. You may bow your head to your heart. Release your hand. So we said, may my life be nourished. May my upwardly rising prana be nourished. May the downward flow of prana be nourished. May the expansive flow of prana be nourished. May my eyes be nourished. May my ears be nourished. May my mind be nourished. May that help me to have nourishing speech. May I be nourished by this practice, and may I then be able to nourish others. So that's what you're chanting. So as you're sitting now, and we're doing an afternoon pranayama practice, we're in the Vata window of the afternoon. So really helpful to have the Vata dosha settle back down into its primary seat, its home in the pelvis. Let's begin with the hands clasped. Rest them on top of your head like this. Okay, so this is going to help you to have a more complete thoraco-diaphragmatic breath. But we're also going to use this position to then exhale. As we blow the breath out, we're going to lower the hands down and imagine that you're asking Vata dosha to come back home into the pelvis. Right? So when we're blowing the breath out, we're going to use a straw shape for the lips, and it'll slow down the length of the exhale. So hands on top of the head. Let's use an Ujjayi inhale. And then exhaling. Deeply relax. At the end of that firm exhale, we simply welcome the next inhale to blossom into the body, like you're having a tea leaf blossom in a pot of hot water. So place your hands again on top of your head. Intentionally develop the inhale to be in the low pelvis, the mid-torso, and then up into the heart. So at the top of the inhale, there's a feeling of fullness, and then we blow the breath out. So Ujjayi inhale. Deeply relax. And again, at the top of this inhale, consider the inhale suspension lasting a little bit longer. And as if you were still inhaling, no more breath is coming, but you're hovering at the top of the inhale, and then the descent will come. Okay. And deeply relax and allow your body to be breathed. And we're also going to call the Pitta dosha back home. So take the first two fingers of your right hand into the center of your palm. You're going to partially close both nostrils. And as we do that, it's going to slow down the intake of the air because it constricts the passageway for the inhalation. This means your diaphragm has to work more deliberately to draw the inhale into your body. So the diaphragm is having a drawdown technique, as it were. It's vacuuming the air into your lungs for you. When we slow it down, it's going to strengthen the diaphragm's ability to do that, and it helps Pitta dosha to float back down to its home in the stomach, in the small intestine, in this region of the body. So first 2 fingers. Partially close both nostrils. Begin your inhale. At the top of the inhale, you'll pause a moment, and the exhale will be like a sigh. Both nostrils are released during the exhale. You may pause after the exhale and wait until you feel a sense of readiness and desire from your body to repeat pratilomapranayama. We'll aim to do this 5 times, each of us at our own pace. Each exhale is a simple sigh. We acclimate, and when there's readiness, you begin again. Without any sense of rushing, perhaps you have one more cycle to complete. At the end of your last cycle with pratiloma, you can return your hands to your lap. Well, pratilomapranayama is asking for pitta dosha to find its place again in its home and to not overwhelm the mind with urgency and frenzy and the critical nature of the sharpness of pitta dosha. Let that light rest in the region of the solar plexus, where we experience fire, creating light through which we get to see. Now place both hands, the fingers of the hands, flat on the lower abdomen. So pointing down like this in the crease of the groin, and pointing down so that you can feel what's going to be the fullness of the inhale and the completeness of the exhale. So we're going to focus Ujjayi breathing for a full inhalation and a complete exhalation. And I'm really going to ask you to notice when you're exhaling and you're toning towards the end of the exhale, can you cultivate greater maturity and sensitivity with the exhale, 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 and really smoothly move into the inhalation without any sense of grasping or frenzy or urgency. So place the hands and place the tip of the tongue behind the top two teeth to make the back of the throat hollow for Ujjayi. Listen for the sound of the Ujjayi in the back of the throat. And smoothly inhale. And smoothly exhale. Balance your in-breath with your out-breath so they're equal in length. At the end of the exhale, you're really looking for that sense of tone. Squeezes the exhale out. Gradually begin the inhale without gasping or urgency. Now notice the opportunity you have in making the exhale more and more smooth at the end of the exhale, this gentle pause and the beginning of the inhale to make that also infinitely smooth without being controlling or coercive, but rather being graceful and respectful. At the end of your next exhale, relax that practice and let your body simply echo with the experience. Now we'll add a short practice in between the inhale and the exhale there. In between the exhale and the inhale. So what you're cultivating right now is a smooth and toned exhale with a complete exhale and a firm squeeze of the abdomen without interference, without coercion, in the beginning of the inhale. So we're going to go like this. We'll exhale. There'll be that full tone in the belly without inhaling. We're going to relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze 3 times like you're pumping the belly. And then we're going to inhale. Okay, so this is an intermediate step on the way to something that's more advanced, but it's our practice today to bring our attention back down to where Vata dosha and the downward flow of prana, called apana. Remember we said, Om Apanam Dehi. So we're down in that region. May the downward flow of prana be nourished. So we go exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, inhale. We won't be breathing when we're doing the squeezing and releasing. It's only the abdomen moving. My hope is that you'll feel the inner belly. You may also feel the pelvic floor responding because they're co-innervated. Okay, so Ujjayi inhale. Ujjayi exhale. Squeeze the exhale at the end at your own pace. Pump the belly 3 times. From the squeeze, begin the next inhale. And this pumping of the belly is really low, halfway down from the belly button to the pubic bone, in the lower half of that region of the belly. Let's do it twice more. This will be your last exhale most likely as we do the technique. And then relax your breath and your mind. Listen for any glimpse of silence, even if there's sounds in your environment, a glimpse of the silence of your mind. And with gratitude for any bit of silence that you glimpse in the mind, remind yourself, Om Manam Tehi Vacham Tehi. May my mind be nourished. May my speech be nourishing. Om Mam Tehi Mai Tehi. As I am nourished, may I also then be nourishing towards others. And please bring your hands to your heart. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. Thank you very much for sharing this practice with me and with the community. I hope it's been nourishing for you and beneficial, as you heard from the student. And may you have a peaceful, grounded experience of yourself, your inner self. And may that flow outward to others in your life in whatever way is meaningful to you. If the practice was helpful, please don't forget to click the like button. That's good feedback for me. If you have questions or comments, please put those down below the video and I'll come back to answer those. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do that as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next practice. Namaste.